All right, so who you looking at right there is Yada, and Yada said that menstrual cycles are unnatural. And hello, everybody. This is Dawn. I just want to start out by saying, no, I am not a Yada follower, not at all. But I will say his videos have been captivating. So I remember, and this is how captivating it is. I didn't see I haven't seen that video since I believe that was 2016. It is now 2021, and it's stuck in my brain because it was other reasons which made me want to investigate. Okay, is there a type of diet that will reduce menstrual cramps or get rid of your period or whatever? So then that's when I was looking up and found Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi has more of a I don't believe he was Hotep. He's more of like, I guess, a naturalist. I don't even know what you would call him, but he has passed, and he basically went to war with the government of the United States of America in regards to, because I believe you cannot claim that you heal certain disorders, and that's what he was claiming in regards to his the diet that he had all of his patients on. So he's holistic, and as anybody in the medical industry knows, holistic doctors are, or that holistic community is at war with the medical community because one is opposite of the other. My whole purpose of this video is basically I'm researching, and I'm just sharing my research in regards to what's in sanitary napkins, what's in tampons. Is there a specific diet that can alter your menstrual cycle? So I'm glad I did go further into this because Dr. Sebi speaks on the alkaline diet. And it has been reported that women with the alkaline diet, which is opposite or kind of what Yada was saying, but it's more so specific. So you can't just say, just be a vegan or whatever it is. You have to be specific. So the alkaline diet means you eat a specific kind of vegetables and a specific kind of grains and stuff like that. So we're going to go further into this. I'm going to start out by going into what is the monetary value of the women's feminine product industry. All right, so what you're seeing right now is the Google search that, and I just want to take the time to say the reason why you're seeing these videos is because these are conversations I have with clients and that's why you see it on the Dawn Michelle Salon page. But basically what you're seeing is the Google search that I first started when I just was like, I always follow the money trail. I don't care what I'm talking about. If something don't make sense, I immediately go to how much money is being made in whatever we're talking about. So the article that we'll be posting in the description box below is by onlinenursing.duq.edu. Basically says in 2017, total sales for feminine hygiene products in the U.S. were $5.9 billion, according to global industry analysts, as cited in USA Today. Worldwide sales for the year were $20.62 billion. In 2020, those numbers are expected to reach $6.2 billion for domestic sales and $40 billion worldwide. So just as we just know, just using our God-given common sense, Allah knows best. When you is stepping into messing with somebody's money, myself included, you up for a fight. Bottom line. So a lot of the people I do or have encountered in regards to business, we've all encountered horrible business people. So basically what I'm trying to say is everybody doesn't have integrity when it comes to business. I have literally seen people, and Allah be my witness, I am not lying to you, licensed professionals, this has probably happened about 20 years ago, where they will purposely overprocess their clients' hair, meaning keep putting in relaxers fewer than once every 6 weeks. So you might do a relaxer every month or every 3 weeks, whatever. Rip the client's hair out, knowing that this could potentially rip the client's hair out, and then charge them for the treatment to grow it back. Anybody who knows me knows I am not a liar. I've seen this. I will not expose who this person is. I know this lady is still doing hair, but I've seen it. So it takes a lot of integrity to be like, you know what? I don't recommend you get a relaxer, or I don't recommend you getting a color, even though I know I'm turning down potentially $100 and $200. I'd rather say no. Now we're going to flow over to this industry. It's a whole lot of people that stand to lose a whole lot of money if a whole lot of women start questioning, wait, am I supposed to be bleeding every month? I mean, I'm just asking the question. So the only reason why I questioned it is because for other reasons, which I mentioned earlier about the anger, I kept saying I need to be able to control it more. You know, Ramadan, as you know, if you're a Muslim, we have to fast and we have to control our anger throughout that month. And it makes you look at different ways like, okay, maybe I can control my anger in different routes. So as of July 22nd, I decided I'm going to stop eating meat, just in an attempt to control my anger. And I noticed the cramps, literally, I'm talking about the menstrual cramps, literally faded drastically. Normally I have to pop some Aleve, something. It's no possible way by the time I get to the heavier flow day that I'm like, I could barely even get out the bed sometimes. I be in like severe pain. So when all of a sudden I didn't feel hardly anything, I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta look further into this. It might be something too. And that's what made me think of yada. Now, I want to interrupt this real quick and want to point out that I understand that it might be some controversial stuff going on with this guy. I saw somebody had a YouTube video about his assault charge, whatever he allegedly did. This is the thing that I don't understand about us as a black community. And I understand I probably have some people of other races listening to this, but this is something that we do in the black community that I don't understand. You equate liking somebody, we equate liking somebody to accepting what they say, right? You, for example, you think because somebody has done whatever it is, I don't care if they're currently doing something, maybe they're cheating on their wife, or maybe they've decided they're going to go on robbing sprees, whatever it is, you take that and use that as a reason to cancel out everything that they have to say. Sometimes somebody who might be your worst enemy may have something that they're offering. It's I don't understand why we do stuff so black and white, cut and dry. When I say black, when I'm not referring to race, I mean it's like it's either I like you and accept everything or not. And I understand white people do this too, but I am black and I'm part of the black community, and I know this is what we do. So it's like people just do this whole bullying. It's a bullying cancel culture when it's like, how do you call yourself open-minded, right? You're accepting of everything from the LGBT community to different religions, but as soon as somebody says, we're going to cancel this person, we're not listening to this person, and you cancel out any and every piece of information they can offer you. That's just not reality. And the only reason why I started thinking like this is because that's not even business. You cannot conduct business and think that everybody who you're in business with you like. You're not going to like all your clients. You're definitely not going to like your landlords. You're not even going to like the salon owner if you work in a salon a lot of times. And you need to get over it and accept it. And this man right here, Mr. Yada, he had some truth to what he was saying. I'm telling you. And I just wanted to interrupt and say that. So we're going to go back to what I was saying. I said, yeah, he says some crazy, wild stuff sometimes. But maybe he was right. So then I started looking it up. I said, oh, he did say just like this. And then I found Alkaline that led me to Dr. Sebi, which I already was doing Dr. Sebi like last year. And I was like, yeah, we're going to investigate further on what the heck is in these sanitary napkins. I mean, really, what is in sanitary napkins? And also, we're going to look into what's in toilet paper and what's in these wipes. And, you know, a lot of adults use wipes and feminine hygiene wipes, and then we use wipes on babies. So, first thing I saw was sodium hydroxide, and any black hairdresser knows that is lie. Alright, so I'm going to interrupt again because I know what some people might be thinking. It didn't say sodium hydroxide. It says sodium benzonate. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So I'm going to show a screenshot right here. Sodium benzonate is made by mixing benzonic acid, and sodium hydroxide. So again, don't forget, you can look down in the description box and it will give the exact link so you can look it up for yourself. Alright, so we're going to continue where I left off, and I was saying because that's what we put in our clients' hair when they decide they want to get a relaxer, which I'll say 95% of my clients are relaxer free. I do not recommend relaxers. Now, it depends on what style you want, but most of the people I get are natural clients. I promote embrace your natural hair, love your natural hair. So sodium hydroxide, let me tell you about sodium hydroxide. You put a piece of hair in a bucket of sodium hydroxide, which is relaxer. It will be dissolved within 24 hours. I have heard horror stories of what sodium hydroxide is. So this is what's in baby wipes, right? And why I'm speaking on baby wipes, you're going to see how all this links together, is because in Islam, we are required to not walk around with dried up feces or urine on us.
Hey, well, I have a question. Everybody wants to know, why do Muslims use water instead of toilet paper?
Oh, yeah. Let's use peanut butter as an example, shall we? Toilet paper.
Aww.
That didn't work out so good. Now, let's see why we use water. Give it a quick little scrub down. Little patch to dry. And as you can see, which one would you like to pack around with you all day? So we do use toilet paper, just to dry, not to smear.
We are like how you would treat a baby, where you're wiping everything out, flushing out with water. So if you ever been to a Muslim person's house, you see like the little flower pot next to the toilet. That's why, we cannot walk around like that. So when I started investigating, oh my goodness, what's in the toilet paper? They're bleaching the toilet paper. So it's like, okay, this is really, really interesting. And then any person who, once you turn 30, you understand your body starts changing. So all of a sudden, my body's not reacting the same to panty liners as it did 10 years ago, or sanitary napkins. So I'm like, does this contribute to a heavier flow? So then you see all these commercials everywhere. Look, on Facebook, it'd be like, use the menstrual cups, right? So I'm like, why are they saying the menstrual cups, you don't have any more menstrual cramps? Because there's something in the pads that causes your cramps to increase. So look at all the industries that are benefiting from your menstrual cycle. Like I mentioned earlier, the pain relieving pills that I have to take, the extra heavy flow sanitary napkins that I was using. All this stuff is bad for the environment as well. So that's what made me investigate. Okay, let me just get regular cloth pads. What did people do 100 years ago or 200 years ago when they were on their cycles? I mean, really, So I want to take a step back on what I was speaking of when I said bad for the environment, so I can be more clear. I like to be more specific. But if we compare using the disposable pads, sanitary napkins, and tampons as opposed to using the reusable ones or even the menstrual cups, that alone would take away from the amount of waste that we contribute to this earth. So for example, I'm going to include this in the description box, this statistic listed by EPA.gov. The total generation of municipal solid waste in 2018 was 292.4 million tons. U.S. short tons, unless specified, or 4.9 pounds per person per day. And the rest of that you can read on EPA.gov. But that alone, that's the United States. So just look at how much trash you're taking out on a daily basis. A lot of times we don't even keep up with that stuff. So not even considering what the tampons and pads do to your body, but when we go on to what it does to the environment, and what we're contributing to landfills. When I understand it takes more effort, but it's a lot of benefits to these disposable pads. Now, yes, you're going to have to sit there and carry extra bags and wash things out and all that kind of thing. And I understand that's a lot. but there is a benefit behind it. And me personally, approaching this 40-year-old threshold, I do not like being sick. That be my primarily, excuse my poor English, that is my primary reason for a lot of when I start curbing my diet drastically. Of course I had to curb it. I grew up Christian, so I had to start taking pork out of my diet and stuff like that when I became Muslim. But I'm talking about in regards to crossing that threshold of being 30. Once you cross 30, your body just changes where it can't take certain things, and you're going to decide either you're going to take a pill or you're going to change your diet. And more often than not, people opt to just go ahead and just take that pill, whatever it is, high blood pressure. And I don't have nothing against the medical community at all. I get it. It's a lot of people who refuse to change everything about them. So either you're going to be on pills for the rest of your life, or you're going to change your diet for the rest of your life, one or the other. So me personally, if anybody didn't understand, my father passed and he was in poor health by his own hands. And when I watched him and what it did, how it hurt everybody around him, and I was just angry at him, angry at a lot of different things, angry at myself, angry at, the family, this and that. And I just had to think, how can I sit here and be such a hypocrite as to be angry, and yet here I am on the way to doing the same thing to my children, to where they're going to be sitting there 30 and 40 years old, might have to help take care of me. And I'm just like, I understand things happen, you might get in an accident or whatever, but as far as me intentionally doing it, I gotta do something. And I don't like being sick. I do not like being sick. That's the purpose of when you see this whole series, Unsick, and we're going to go further on in regards to this menstrual cycle thing. We're going to end this video here. When you see that title, Unsick, that's what I thought of, because that's what I go through, and that's what I explain to my clients when they sit there and have health problems, because health has to do with hair growth and why you might be angry and stressed out and your hair falling out. All this stuff goes all together in one big old melting pot. So that's what you're seeing, just in case you're confused, like, why does she got a YouTube channel and she got hair and then she got health and then she got religion, this and that, all that stuff mixed all in together, honey. Because when you come and sit down in somebody's chair, whether or not you like therapy or not, it is a form of therapy. People unleash everything sitting in their hairstyles or even barber's chair. So this is an easy way for me to basically put it on video. I am not going to have no 40-minute conversation with everybody who's sitting in my chair. Most of the time when we get to this level, if you're a client of mine and you've already heard this conversation in regards to health and this and that, it is because I have been doing your hair for that long that our interactions have eventually led us to these type of conversations. I normally do not off the break go into deep conversations like this because it's a lot. And most of the time I'm letting you unpack as a client, and I'm not sitting there saying, girl, do you know I was sitting there hurting today and I had a headache, So hope everybody enjoyed this. Please let me know if you would like to see anything else or we research anything else. I would love to. That's what I do. I also have the research departments. That's why I named it that, because that's what I do. I'm a resourceful person, and that's because I'm what you call the extroverted. I'm always, hey, how you doing? My name is on, So have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to this video.